Hey, all right, Pich here. I'm at work right now. Just watched the first half of the Magic Suns game while I was working. I was actually had it on the Zamboni machine while I was making some ice. A decent first half for the Magic, staying with the Suns, but they're definitely getting a little bit too much of what they want, I feel, and that's going to come back to bite us in the butt. Some weird foul calls here, including one at the end of the half on a three-pointer where it looked like Markel didn't really hit the guy. But again, Markel, don't be near the guy at all. That's 3 free points for them that they just don't need. Um, I feel like I'm seeing some good things, but I'm seeing Paulo get stymied a little bit. Torrey Craig's defense on him has been good so far. Hopefully things pick up for the Magic in the second half, down by 5 at the half to the Phoenix Suns. It's a Thursday. The NCAA Tournament has started, by the way. Furman, Princeton have already moved on. Lots of fun activity. And then there's tournament going on now. I think the NBA going forward should take a look at that Thursday and Friday when the tournament's starting and just not have any games that day. If I was a season ticket holder, I'd be like, hey, I'm only going to go to 40 games this year. I'm going to skip this home game. I'm going to stay home and watch the tournament. Like, the tournament is more exciting. They're connected to the NBA basketball. It's where all the future players come from. A lot of the players playing are invested. Their alma maters there, guys they used to play with. So they want to watch it too. So I'm just saying, I think the NBA should take a look, think about it, and get rid of it. But either way, tomorrow, Catamounts and Marquette are playing at 2:45. Go Catamounts. And now, the second half and the rest of the wrap-up. Welcome back. Came home, back to the studio, finished watching the game. Tough loss tonight for the Magic, 116 to 113 on the road against the Phoenix Suns. Suns without Kevin Durant in this one, but love the way the Magic fought hard. Third quarter, a little bit more defense. Fourth quarter, some good runs, a good 9-0 run at one point to get the game back tied. Some questionable shot taking down the stretch from us. Paulo got blocked a few times in this game where he just kind of looks like he's forcing something. We ran the final play of the game where we needed a 3 for him, but we didn't give him any space, and he just went up anyway. He didn't create his own space, and he went up a little early. He could have taken a dribble and done a little step back or something to get that space. He didn't get it, and he got blocked by Josh. Don't call me Hulk Hogan. Don't call me Hulk Hoagie. Don't call me a sandwich from the Philadelphia area. He's got a weird name and a mask, but he plays well for them. Campaign played well for them. And by the way, I can't believe his parents, with the last name Payne, named him Cam, because campaign's a thing you do when you're running for office, and they decided to name him that. I feel like that's a really cruel thing to do. But he's a good player. I thought he had gone to the Nets in that trade. I was surprised that he was still on the Suns. They had T. Ross hit 2 free throws at the end to make it a 3-point spread for them. He plays a lot more for them than you would think he should. We were taking advantage of him being on the court on offense. We were going at him. It was working pretty good for us. I know I'm a little all over the place, but this is a little different scenario than we normally do. So I was watching the NBA TV channel, which was cool because it was nice to see it on my regular, cable TV to be able to watch. But I did have to listen to the Suns announcers, and to their credit, they weren't bad. And they were really big Fultz fans. They were being pretty good to our players and so they were excited to watch Paulo. And it was nice to hear other teams' perspective on our players because we get so used to seeing our players and we fall in love with our players, and even our announcers fall in love with our players. So it was interesting to hear a little bit of the insight as to what a Western Conference team who doesn't really have to play us or see us that much, what they think and what they've heard about our team. So it was good to hear. They really put over Markel Fultz. They were impressed with him, and rightfully so. He led us in scoring with 25 points, added 9 assists and 7 rebounds. He was everywhere. Had a good steal at the end of the game, which was very, very clutch. Who else? Let's do the other scorings for us. Paulo Banchero with 18. I do not have his shooting spreads here, but I don't think they were great. He made some free throws to make that a little swelled. Franz Wagner with 16 points and 10 boards in a nice effort. Cole Anthony, 17 points off the bench. Wendell, 16 points, only 5 boards. Not sure how a guy that big that plays 33 minutes only gets 5 boards, but only 5 boards for him. Not a super impressive game from anybody else on the bench, with the exception of Cole Anthony. And let's go to the Suns. The Suns had a balanced attack. Devin Booker with 19, Chris Paul with 16. They were key down the stretch to getting to the kill spots. Between the two of them, I think they hit 3 or 4 shots from just getting to the elbow. That's an easy shot for those guys. We got to make it a little tougher. And aside from those elbow shots that those guys made, we did play pretty good defense down the stretch. We were really making them go out of their comfort zone for what they wanted to get. So we played them pretty well. Another area that was a problem for us tonight is the three-pointer. 8 for 27 is not going to get things done. The Suns shot 13 of 35, which is, thank God they shot the ball that poorly from 3. So we must have defended it better tonight, which was a point of emphasis after letting the San Antonio Spurs just go bananas from 3. It was nice to see a team shooting a normal percentage. But we need to really get that 3 game up there in order to compete at this next level that we need to get at. And we just couldn't get there tonight. Apollo looked frustrated. Torrey Craig was playing solid defense on him. The Suns have a guy named Ish Wainwright, who is not Ish Smith. Just in case you're out there wondering, he is a man. He's a human. And he plays on their team. They also have a guy named Jock, the most appropriately named athlete maybe of all time, from Australia. And I know they're missing Kevin Durant. I'm not sure if they're missing somebody else. But they better get Kevin Durant back if this team wants to be championship contender worthy, because I didn't see a lot from this. I mean, they got some good pieces, but I'm not sure if they have enough depth. I think they have a pretty decent bench, but the West is going to be tough, so that's going to be a tough slog for them. What else did I want to comment on? Oh, so the announcer for the Suns loves to use the guy's initials a lot, but for Josh Okogie, he kept calling him J.O., and if anyone can get to him, just let him know. Shouldn't call a man J.O. It's just not a good. That's slang for something else, bro. So don't use it. We're a Beverages In show here at Court Cousins, but we're also a dirty joke show in kind of show. So you can't call a guy J.O. and have us not mention it. It's in my notes, literally. I made notes. Also, my favorite ref number 84. 84 is my favorite number, and she's the hot blonde ref, I like to call her. I feel like she dresses down for the game. She's trying to not be the focal point, but she's got it. I'm wondering if she ever has interactions with the players or anything like that off the court, or what her deal is, but I feel like she's a good-looking lady. Don't get me wrong, she's no Corey, but I like her. She's not a very good ref, to be honest, but I've seen worse. The other lady ref, she's real bad. So this one's okay. There was a lot of missed calls, I feel like, down the stretch. As I just gave a little props to that ref, I'd also like to say that I feel some things were missed. Franz is not getting calls, and he wants them, and he ain't getting them. And it's almost like the refs are just anti-German, and they're like, no, I don't care. We're not giving them to you. And it does stink to see, because I feel like Franz is getting a little bit of that chip on his shoulder, like he's getting pissed about it instead of trying to win him over. Which is a problem Jalen Suggs, I think, had early on. But I think Jalen's is starting to win them over a little bit. And he doesn't always get, slammed with the call now. Sometimes he'll get the benefit of the doubt, which is good. I'm glad he's turning that corner. That needs to happen for Franz, too. Paulo gets a lot of star calls. Franz, it would be nice if he could get even half of those, because he doesn't really get many at all. And it's sad, because he plays hard, he works hard, and guys defend him hard. So he does get fouled a lot, but they don't call things. So that wasn't really the difference in this game, though. I think three-point shooting was a little bit, but this was a winnable game for the squad. I feel like they played pretty well in the second half, and this is a game we could have had. Just missing a little something extra to get us over the hump. We shot the ball pretty well from the free throw line, only missed, I think, 5. They were perfect at the free throw line. And in a game this close, that missed 5 free throws, that's actually kind of part of this difference. But hats off to the Suns. Good victory for you guys. And yeah, Magic will be back at it on this West Coast road trip as they take on the LA Clippers on Saturday. But you know your boy is getting ready for the game tomorrow with Marquette and the University of Vermont Catamounts. A 15 seed won today. They can do it again tomorrow. Be there, 2:45. Check it out. Go Cats, go. They win. I'm doing a wrap-up. All right. That's it for me. A short one today and a poorly produced one. Sort of well lit. I don't know. I don't think Kyle's going to like it stylistically, but you're here for content. And if you're listening to this, you can't even see this stuff. So it's all good. All right. Thanks for coming. Go Magic. I don't know. That's sort of what the music sounds like.